Wish we had more time to spare. Want you around me like air. Can't get my feelings involved, and then you not be there. Into my eyes you was there. Show me you. Is this whole channel in spirits? What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's Zam YouTube? It's your girl, the goddess in my back. Ooh, with another one. Yeah. Alright, y'all. So today's video is that bitch channeling spirits? But before we get into the video though, I need you to like, comment, subscribe, and share. You heard me? Alright guys, you are more than welcome to think that anything I say on this channel is a bunch of tomfoolery. You are more than welcome to think that anything I say on this channel is crazy, or that I am crazy and I need psychiatric help. You are more than welcome to think that, you are more than welcome to disagree. I'm sorry, you are more than welcome to disagree with anything I say on this channel. Because why? What you think is valid in your world. Let me repeat that. What you think is only valid in your world, okay? Alright. I am not here to persuade you to believe what I believe. I'm just here to provoke thought. Alright? Now, let's get into the video.
With music long enough, you know, if you don't cloud yourself and you don't like miss it, you're gonna realize it's spiritual. You can miss it though, but if you in tune and you present enough, you're gonna be like, it's vibrations, it's the word. If you even read the Bible, in the beginning it was the word. That's the first thing that the Bible says. So the power of the word is intense, it's real. To try to make music and separate it from a spiritual thing, I don't think it's possible. The actual active music, think about this. You going somewhere mentally and you bringing something back that people that aren't where you just went can hear in the place that you both are. Like you go somewhere when you go pull a lyric down. Where is it at? Where does it exist? And then you say it and now everybody can hear it. It was a truth that existed in everybody's space. You just went and like brought it down to the level that we communicate on. That's spiritual. Even producers make music. Where does the music exist at? They bringing it down to our level of experience, but it exists already because they heard it. To think it's not spiritual, I think is being like, you're not thinking about it long enough.
Alright. So, as you saw in that clip, Nipsey Hussle, I had to think his name, child. Nipsey Hussle said that music is spiritual. But the reason why he said it was spiritual is because he said when you writing these lines, it's like, where did it come from? And he said it had to come from something spiritual, and you just, because it wasn't something that was, he said it's something that already exists, and you just put it in the form of words, right? So basically what he was saying, he was like, because it had to come from somewhere, it already exists, right? So that kind of ties into what I was saying on my video. I think I titled it how the devil really works, or these hoes don't even know how the devil works. I don't know. Y'all should go like, comment, subscribe, and share that video. But anyways, yes, so that is what would be considered channeling, okay? Channeling spirits. So remember I told, and in that video I mentioned all the good thoughts and emotions is you channeling spirit or God, okay? High vibrational ancestors, high vibrational energies, right? Anyways, sorry guys. And the negative thoughts and feelings and emotions that you get, that you channel and turn into words and actions would be from negative spirits, demonic spirits, or the devil, or your shadow, right? So why did Nipsey Hussle say that? Like, why does he feel that way? Why do I feel that way? Because I feel that way too. You ever been in situations with people? Have you ever been in situations with people who conjure up all kinds of stuff in their minds that's not real? Like illusions, literal illusions. Literal illusions. And I'm gonna talk about some situations I've been in. I'm gonna tell us a few stories of mine, just so y'all can get kind of a better understanding of what I'm saying, what I'm talking about, because everybody has been in this predicament before. All right. So the first situation I was in like this, guys, that I realized this is the point where I realized people are crazy. Not only and it's not only other people, myself included. I've done this before, but just the difference between them and me, I never acted on it. I never said anything. You know what I mean? So anyways, the first one, so I was staying with some people, right? One of the people I was staying with did not have a car, right? Now, at the time, I have a car. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only one, besides her mother with a car, right? And we went everywhere together. I brought her everywhere with me. I was staying there, you know what I'm saying? I brought her everywhere with me. I brought her everywhere she needed to go, just off GP, just off the strength. You know what I'm saying? I had just moved to Houston. I didn't, I didn't really have no friends, didn't know nobody yet. So, me and her doing everything together, right? Now, because we was doing everything together every single day, and the only way she could get somewhere is if I go, right? Because you're not taking my car by yourself, right? So anyways, one day she ended up mentioning how she want to be by herself. She's like, I'll be with you every day. I'm gonna be by myself. I need to be by myself. So I'm like, cool. I was thinking the same thing. I chose to keep, doing things together just so she wouldn't feel left out. So that I didn't have to leave her at home. But I was like, well, since she's saying that shit, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the gym that she did not have a membership to, and I wanted to go to the gym. That was my sacred place at the time, right? And that was just my place to chill, gather my recharge, gather my thoughts, assess myself, assess my energies, and just relax. Because they had a little hot tub, a pool and a hot tub in there, and I'll work out, then I'll swim, then I'll go sit in the hot tub. That was my little routine, have me a good old time at the gym, right? So while I was at the gym, I was like, all right, ooh, I had the thought, something came to my mind. It was like, ooh, let me go ahead and look up some apartments, right? So I'm in the hot tub scrolling. I found something right in my price range. I was like, yeah, let me go. And it was on a special. This apartment, it was the very first apartment that I talked about on my last video, right? So it was on a special. So I got that mug for like way cheaper for a year lease than it would normally be. So I'm like, oh yes, let me hurry up and go apply for this. So I got out the tub, put my clothes on, went straight to the apartment complex, right? Did, you know, talk to him, went got my little tour, you hear me? And I was like, shit, this is decent. You know, it may not be luxury, but it's decent. It ain't no ran down. Nothing ran down, you heard me? It was actually pretty decent. It was a pretty decent apartment. And so I was like, I gotta jump on this right now. So I got the lease. I mean, not the lease, the application. Filled that mug out. And it was like, you know, go ahead and go, and we'll call you with the results. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, cool. Get back to the house. And she like, you got an issue with me? I'm like, huh? I said no. And she said, oh, cause you was acting funny. What? Bro, that was the weirdest thing I've ever experienced. So I'm like, what? No. And then immediately I thought I was like, okay, so she mad because I left her at home, right? And automatically, her mind automatically went to, you acting funny. You don't want me around. You don't want me to go nowhere. You lied about where you was going. Lied about where you went. Oh, yes, indeed, baby. She was saying all kind of stuff to her mom. All kind of stuff to her mama. Stuff that wasn't even true. As if I have to, and she's saying all that as if I had to bring her. Or if I'm obligated to bring her. If I'm obligated. So then I was like, no. I was like, you said you wanted some alone time. So I just went and did my own little thing at the gym. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a membership. You can't go to the gym. And then afterwards, I went to an apartment complex that I found on my phone while I was sitting in the hot tub. So I was like, so, you know, I was just giving you your space. She was like, oh, well, you could have just asked. Girl, ask for what? Ask for what? Permission for what? Now, mind you, at the time, I'm 22. I'm a whole adult. This girl really felt like I had to ask her just because she didn't have no car. So, remember I told y'all, like, negative entities feed off of your negative emotions. When you're in those negative vibrations, right? So that would be jealousy, things like jealousy. This wasn't about me going and me lying, because I wasn't lying. This wasn't about none of that. This was about this not having a car and her not being able to leave like I could leave. This wasn't about that. So remember I told you they feed off that. So they'll put thoughts and shit into your mind to justify what she's feeling. The anger that she's feeling towards me when it's not real anger. Not towards me. The anger is towards her own situation, as if I was the reason. Like she mad as if I was the reason why she ain't have no goddamn car. It's not my fault that you ain't got no car right now. You're not about to blame that shit on me. You're not about to take your little funky ass anger out on me. So ever since then, every time I would do something by myself, that would be the thing. It was like, she lying. She telling her mama she lying. She ain't really go. Now mind you, I'm texting her mama telling her where each place that I go to next, because that's what she asked me to do. She asked me to, you know, let her know where she was going since I was staying in her house. Cool. Did that, right? But she wasn't telling her daughter that. So her daughter out here talking about something. She lying. She ain't going there. She like, why you know what I'm saying? Like, she lying. She lying. I'm only lying because you wasn't with me. I'm only lying because you wasn't with me. Like, you see how she conjured up some whole shit? Some shit that wasn't even true? Like, whatever it was in her mind them thoughts in her mind made her think that I was doing her something by going somewhere alone in my own car. And not telling her. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy as hell. Okay? So, the next situation, guys, is I got cool with this girl. This was when I was working at the food stamp office. So she came, and at this time I was in my apartment already. You know, she came, and she was in kind of a rough patch, but she came to the food stamp office getting some food stamps, and I seen the little chakra. She had on a little chakra ring. You know, the 7 chakra color little rocks. It was like little crystals that represent each chakra. And I was like, oh, that's cute. Where you get that? And she was like, oh, I bought it from, I don't remember where she said. So, but then we ended up talking and ended up, you know, kind of having some things in common. She was also a Cancer. You know, we just had things in common. I was like, she gave me her number. I was like, yeah. She's like, I ain't got no friends, you know, maybe you could be my friend. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So, anyways, went to where she was staying at. Now, I told you she was in a bit of a rough patch at the time, at the moment. She had kind of a hard life, a rough life. And she was in a predicament where she was, you know, things was kind of hard at that moment. And she, I go to where she's staying at. She's staying in like this motel that lets you, you know, stay there, but you gotta pay every week or every month or something like that, every week or something, $200 or something like that. I don't remember. But, you know, she was making it or whatever. She had her husband and her daughter. And I was, you know, going over there. We cooling, we talking. We used to come out to nature. And there was like a big old field in the back. We used to get a blanket and we used to just come out there and talk and, you know, just talk and stuff. And that became like a normal thing. But then one day, I decide, you know, 1 week I decide, you know, not to go over there because where she lived at was extremely far. It was kind of taking up a lot of my gas and a lot of my money. And baby, if you ever worked at the food stamp office or for the state, look at the duckies, y'all. They always come over here when I start recording. Anyway, so I'm like, and I'm not calling her either. And then I felt drained. You know, I would feel drained. I'm not the type of person that can just be around people all the time. Like, I gotta be by myself. You know what I'm saying? And then she was kind of codependent. You know, she finally found somebody that she was cool with, and she just wanted me around all the time. Like her and her husband wasn't really connected like that, and you know, it was just a whole bunch of stuff, right? So she calls me after a week or so. Babies, y'all gotta stop quacking. Now y'all usually be cooperative. Now y'all usually behave yourselves. Y'all come over here and y'all just, you know, do what y'all do. But now y'all want to quack. Girl, them ducks don't care what you saying. Anyways, So I'm like, she called me and I'm like, she like, why you, no, she didn't call me, she sent me a text while I was at work. I ain't talked to you in like, she was already calling me her best friend. And she was like, I ain't talked to my best friend in a week. And y'all, I don't even remember the rest of the stuff that she said, because stuff that she conjured up was so outlandish, it was ridiculous. And I'm like, where did she get that from? I literally just decided to stay home for a week. That's all. I decided to stay home for a week. And she had all this stuff conjured up in her mind. And then she was like posting like subliminals, throwing little slings on social media, like if you don't with me, then don't talk to me, you know, like saying all kind of stuff. And I'm like, girl, is this girl crazy? Crazy. So it's like, where did that come? Like, how you just make up some whole shit and then believe it? No, you ain't. You did not just create that story on your own, bruh. Like, that was too specific. It was like, I remember like reading it and it being like super specific. Like she knew exactly what I was doing, but it wasn't what I was doing. Yo, that shit was crazy. Okay, but anyways, the third, I'm gonna use one more example. Alright, so met this girl. She was a hairstylist, right? She worked at a salon or whatever. She was just starting, just building her clientele and everything, right? So, long story short, you know, I started going to chill with her at the salon, and this dude, right? This dude that liked me in there, we was like, you know, trying to, you know. And one day, what happened? What the heck happened? How did that go? Oh, he liked a picture. So she did my hair, and then she posted it on her Instagram, and he liked it. And then he was able to find, and then he followed me or liked my pictures from off her Instagram, right? So then I found his page. I saw his page, and I was looking at him. He's a barber, and his work was so good. Like he could make the design. He made all kind of pretty designs in people's heads, like pictures and like little hearts and butterflies and, you know, cute stuff. Like he really was like an artist, right? And I go back to her and I'm like, girl, he's so good. Why you ain't tell me he was that good, right? And she was like, am I not good? Because she wanted to cut hair too. She was like, I'm not good. I'm not good. I'm like, I didn't say that. I was talking about him. You know what I'm saying? So that was the first thing. Like, why did you conjure up some, like, why do you feel like that was about, like that was a dig or some type of shade towards you? Why did she think that, right? So then one day we go to the daiquiri shop. Well, I asked her to go to Pluckers. We was just supposed to go to Pluckers, but she invited him out, and we went to the daiquiri shop first, Bourbon Street Daiquiris. They remember it to this day. But prior to that day, she was letting him cut her hair, and then she went to a different barber recently. Now, mind you, he cut her hair. The dude that she worked with cut her hair way better. Like his work was way better. And her only reason for not, cause she had like a little fade cut and it was so cute, and he did like cute little stuff in her you know, he did a good job. And then but she didn't like it. So prior to this day, this all happened prior to going to the daiquiri shop, and I was like, I think it's cute. I was like, girl, you make me want to shave my whole head. That's how cute them styles was looking. How cute he was cutting hair. My mama kill me if she hear me saying hair. But anyways, hair. Yeah, so I'm like, he did a good job to me. So she goes to the other dude and it's not as good. Then we get to the daiquiri shop, right? So yeah, fast forward, we get to the daiquiri shop and he like, so you cheating on me with another barber? And she was like, bro, you didn't think about my face shape and how, you know, all of that when you cut my hair. And I was like, I thought it was cute, bro. I ain't gonna say his name, but I was like, I thought it was cute. And I liked it. And I thought you did a good job. The other dude is not better than you. So I don't know what she's talking about. Nah, when we got off the, fast forward to, you know, later, we on the phone because she got mad and made a whole entire scene in the salon. And then I called her up on the phone. I'm like, are you really mad? And so then she brings up that moment of me saying, I don't think so-and-so better than you, better than him, better than dude that cut, the dude she worked with cut hair. She brought that up and she was like, you be showing off in front of so-and-so. You be showing off. I'm like, what? I'm like, girl, did I not tell you prior to this day when it was happening? Prior to that day that I thought he was a good barber and I liked his work and I thought his work was good. How are you sitting here saying that I'm just trying to show what I gotta show off for the dude? Bro already liked me. Heck, I gotta show off for what I gotta show off for? And then she started going and conjuring, like she conjured up a whole lot of stuff. Like when you said this and you said that and you was talking about me. Girl, no, I wasn't. Like, you see how, like, whatever is in people's minds, making them conjure up stuff that's not true, but in their minds, it comes to their minds and then they believe it, is crazy. So those are 3 examples of crazy. I got more, trust me, I got more, but these are the 3 that I felt like was the most craziest. Okay, yes. And then I'm like, cause you know, I made a video called, I actually talked about this same young lady on You Attract What You Are. And I realized, like, bro, this is what I noticed that was, I'm like, that's what I was doing. Like, I was making up stuff in my mind. Or stuff was just in my mind. Conjuring up all kind of crazy illusions in my mind about people. And what I would do was, I didn't act on it, I never said nothing, I just would just stop, you know, kind of just stop talking to whoever it was. And I'm like, this is crazy. So that's when I started to pay more attention to my thoughts. They taught me to pay attention to my thoughts. And then that's when I learned about, you know, sitting still, meditation, and you're able to, like, decipher what's an illusion, calm yourself, center yourself, and decipher what's an illusion and what's not. Because a lot of that stuff, like I said, it stems from your low your negative emotions. You start to attract negative ass energy and negative ass vibrations, spirits, whatever, the devil, into your mind, and to manipulate and to create illusions, to perceive somebody a certain way, and vice versa. Like, that's crazy. So that's when I realized, okay, yeah, like, I got to start paying attention to my thoughts and stuff. Because this was past the point where I was feeling like, I still, had a lot of anxiety and panic and fear and stuff like that. But I kind of, was getting past that, and like the emotions and like the depression and all that stuff out of nowhere, just out of nowhere. At this point, I learned how to control that. I was healing and things like that. But those situations put everything to perspective for me. Like, I was like, okay, yeah, this is crazy. I got to keep on. Let me keep on, Let me just be self-aware of my thoughts and all of that, all right? But anyways, so what y'all think? Y'all think that people, that's, what y'all think that is? A chemical imbalance? Whatever it is crazy. I think it's spiritual, just based off my own experience. So that goes to show you that you don't have to do no rituals and stuff to conjure up no shit. You just gotta be vibrating and following your ego, vibrating on low negative energy vibrations, and following that ego, them emotions, right? And not, balancing it out with your spirit, letting your spirit guide you. That's how I feel, regardless. And like I said in my last video, there are people that do sit up there and call on specific entities. They go in graveyards and chant and call on stuff, and they do rituals to conjure up, stuff like certain strong demonic entities, like the angel of death and the Baphomet, and all kind of demons, all kind of low negative entities, right? Demonic entities. And like I said, if you do not believe that it's real, that voodoo is real, or black magic is real, or whatever, we have to at least acknowledge the fact that there are people that do and are actually doing this stuff. But I just wanted to make this video to make the point that you don't even gotta do all that. All you gotta do is be on a negative vibration, negative frequency, or attached to your emotions, attached to your insecurities, attached to letting your insecurities run you, letting your anger run you, and you could attract that and be channeling all kind of different stuff and all kind of different crazy ass stuff in your mind, and projecting it onto people and believing it and projecting it onto people, okay? And just like it can be negative, it can be positive. That's another thing, duality. So you can channel your angels, you can channel high vibrational goddesses, gods. You can channel for Christians, Jesus. When you be in church and you got that altar, at church with them candles lit and Jesus statue, or a big picture of Jesus, and you chanting his name, you are summoning and conjuring up that man's spirit. So it goes both ways, okay? Because I know a lot of religious people, they're gonna be like, she channel spirits. Y'all do it too. Up in the church, y'all do it too. All right? But that's all I have for you guys today, and y'all have a good one. And remember, don't be a hoe.